Hey, how's it going? Today we got a pretty cool piece on. We are doing a portrait of Pablo Escobar. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's on the lower leg. So it is a miserable morning out. It's all raining. It's raining, it's cold. So yeah, let's just get over to the studio and get it going. So this is what we're tattooing today. Should be pretty fun. So yeah. Now we will go and get it all stenciled up, stick it on and get straight into it. I don't think I'm going to do my usual vloggy sort of style videos. I think we're just going to get straight into the tattoo, show you my process, and yeah. Alright, so getting straight into the tattoo, I'm starting off with an 11 round liner. This piece, in the photos, it's a lot more like grainy, older photos, so I want to try and actually capture a lot more of the grainy sort of texture. So that's why most of this tattoo I'm going to be using either round liners or round shaders, and only sort of using my mags for bigger sort of surface areas like the hair and background. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background, she's trying to get in the room. So yeah, anyway, with my 11 round liner, I'm going to be blocking in all the blacks and medium tones first, and then I'll go back through with my lighter tones and soften it all out a bit more. For areas like this that have a lot of detail in such a small area, I usually wouldn't even use a mag anyway, except for when I do the sky area. I'll probably use either a 13 mag or a 9 curve mag. So for this part here in the archway, even though it has a shadow underneath it, I'm going to be keeping that a bit lighter so it separates against the sky, which you'll probably see. I'll sort of go back through with my mag and soften out the sky a bit more as well. For this section, I'm going to be using my 2 drops of black mixed with pure white, no wash. So in the reference picture, the plane is a lot lighter, but I'm going to be doing that a bit darker so that it bounces off the prison, what do you call it? His prison number card, whatever it is. Okay, now that we've started the face, I'm going to be blocking in his jawline with black, and then I'll fade downwards instead of building it up to the chin. That way I can figure out how dark exactly I need to go to create that shadow, but not over darken it the first time. The first pass, sorry. So now I'm just going to be using the scribble technique with my black. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure because I don't want it to come out just solid black straight away. I want to give it a little bit of room so that I can go back in and darken it if I need to. Then I'll come back through with my midtones and start shaping those muscles. Again, I'm just lightly using the scribble technique, not to overdo it straight away, so that I can build it all up without sort of tearing the skin if I go back over it too much. The only problem with the scribble technique, if you are punching it straight in, it leaves little room to go back over it. Like, you pretty much have to pack it in and move on. So doing it softly to begin with allows you to be able to go back through and tighten some things up if you need to. So like I've explained in most of my other videos, the mouth, nose and eyes are some of the main areas that I would just use solid black to make those stand out and keep the rest a bit more open. So as you can see, using my 7-round shader, I'm just building it all up just softly, just so that I can go back through, darken some things up. And as I explained, because the photo is grainy, that's why I'm using my round shader. Otherwise, I would use a mag just to give it more of that softer sort of look, but I'm actually really liking how this is coming out, so we'll just stick with it throughout the process. The hardest thing about doing it this way is trying to distinguish areas like his beard or his mustache from the rest of the textures in his face. But by keeping those lighter to begin with, I can sort of build on it if I need to. Now that we've gotten to the top of the face, I'm going to be using one of my lightest tones, which would be a single drop of black. So now that we've gotten to the hair, because it is really dark in the photo, I'm going to be using my 13 curved mag to just black it all out. But then I'll go through using a round shader to just sort of wisp out any little hairs that are coming off it. And again for the background, 13 curved mag, and I'm just going to be whipping this background out just so it's not super solid. I want it to be a bit lighter and have those nice fades to it to separate from the actual portrait. And then once I've got my background all done, we are going to start the white highlights. So for the highlights, I'm using a 7 round shader. Same thing with the scribble technique. I'm going to be doing a mixture of dots, circles, and crosses. This technique just gives it a lot more texture than to just run a line through it. Also, when I am doing the white highlights, I like to drop my voltage right down to 5.0, and then I just take my time with it. This client did use numbing cream, which he must have a reaction to. So his skin doesn't usually start off red, but he usually gets super irritated throughout the tattoo. So now that that's all finished, we'll give it a good clean, let it settle for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then get some photos. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you liked the tattoo, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll probably do more like my vlog style videos in the next one, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.